with the emails.
So,
I think Ron John said he was working with MScript, so
okay.
Yeah, I again
Uh,
sent him all the request and we are looking from our end.
okay. Yeah, I've given leadership a heads up that that one's blocked with the M scripts issue.
Yeah, but I would still, advise that, I provide you the link because the issue is not related to changes that we made, right?
do
So
we
at least,
know that for sure, Ron John?
yeah, for sure. Because we see the request and everything, even. So, but at least we can, be ahead in the testing, right? Even if we don't want to close the card. And then once this issue is resolved, then we can test again, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I think it would get ahead of issues if there were issues in our work. What about 14178 removing the test motif? This card here, 14178.
This is
This,
just test card, right, Toshit?
yeah, this
So
test
you can
card.
move
So
it
that
to testing stage, right?
Don't we have to remove the placeholder?
Yeah, this is to remove the actual the like
So
the one that just says Edge Park or whatever.
Yeah, so who's doing that before we can test it?
shall I remove it, Terry, or you will remove from Smart Grid? Like,
Yeah, I think the tester should remove it, right?
yeah,
I don't know how to remove it.
Okay.
okay, I'll remove this from back office.
Yeah,
We
So
don't
you
need
technically,
to
can
do a
test it.
build for it, right? It's just removing it from.
And then, okay, so is that true? You can do it in Smart Edit.
Yeah.
Okay. Toshi, when that's done, can you just throw it into test?
Okay.
You can assign it to me.
Okay. So that should be closed out then, I'm assuming today as well. Has Joanne hopped on yet?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. I know I asked this probably before everybody was on. 8198 and 8199. Any concerns closing those out today?
No, I'm confident that's gonna work. I just have one test left for the mobile on the external, and Ali and I will be splitting 8198.
Awesome. It's great. If you need anything, let us know. Everybody did see I moved the retro to tomorrow. I figured for the tail end of sprint planning, we never use the full time anyway. We can do our retro. That'll open up some time today to finish testing and work through any gaps and get any last minute refinement completed prior to tomorrow's sprint planning session, which is a good segue to, do we have anything that needs to go through Entry Amigo or that is completed that we need to size? Okay. All right. So priority is getting through the cards in sprint. If you need anything, just throw it in the chat. Everybody will be focused here. Any 16-minute topics? The group.
I have one question for 14178. So in production also, once the code will be deployed, that impacts Ranjan. So we need to manually run that impacts, then remove that placeholder from prod as well.
No, you need to, what impacts you have?
So we have that impacts which we have already checked in. In that we have created two banner component under one
Okay.
rotating image component.
You need to create that in the responsive, in the proper file, right? Both the places. So it will, and then delete it once it is deployed. So it will be auto deployed from there. We don't have to manually run those.
So right now I have checked in that smart edit content impacts and CMS responsive.
Yeah, responsive. If it is in the CMS responsive, that it will get executed without running manually.
Okay, so placeholder banner component will also will be run in that case
Yeah,
in prod. But
yeah. Everything that is in the
as per
responsive
Terry, that
CMS
is not
file,
required in prod.
that is not required in prod.
So someone has to remove that component later from prod.
Oh, we need to remove that component?
Right, because this 14178 story is related to removing one placeholder banner component and
Okay.
testing with only one banner, right? Then
What they exactly want in production, depending on that. So do
I
they
think
want one
only
banner to be removed?
I think
Then
only one motive banner they want, not exactly this
then have the
placeholder.
impact to remove also in that freaking file.
Okay, so shall I add an impacts for removing that placeholder?
Yeah.
Can I ask question?
Okay.
Can I ask question, Ranjan?
Yeah, sure.
So earlier, before the Scrum, the text authentication worked via
Okay.
mobile. Now it stopped working. Any clue why?
Text, you're not getting text anymore?
No, it was working. The last one I received was around 7:45.
I have no clue. We can try testing it again.
I keep on resending text to authenticate, but it's not working. And did they touch it?
Nobody touched it.
You were talking to someone for communication, probably that guy.
That's for emails, and I believe they have not touched anything. They are only debugging the issue that we.
For the email.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm,
Can you try a different number, Joanne?
okay. I'll wake up my son. Thanks.
I mean, you can use. I can give you my number. You can try my number if you want.
You can try my number too if you need more numbers.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, so Tosit, we need to just, create a pull request and, have the remove and whatever impacts we have in the same CMS file so that they get executed when they do the data migration.
Yeah, Ranjit, I'll just add now.
But Ranjan, I believe the indexes has to run manually, I believe, because none of the impacts is being run automatically, like when we deploy. So
No, if we do the data migration step, they do the deploy. So we let them know that we need to do a data migration step because they have been earlier, like very beginning, when data migration was taking 8 hours, we had to stop executing that step. But we had resolved that issue. Remember? Why it was taking so long? So now it doesn't take that long. So I think at least they must be running in production. Even if they don't run in production, they will run it via hack.
Okay.
And we have to sync the
to
content
run it,
catalog as well.
yes. So
Yeah.
to run that in HSC, like we need to create a ticket, I believe, Ranjan, production support ticket, where we need to specify what impacts we need to run.
You can. I have access. You can let me. I don't think we need to run any impacts ourselves. The DevOps they do it themselves.
Yeah, DevOps they will do it, but we need to create that ticket.
You don't have to do particular. As long as you have the content in the responsive file, right? CMS responsive file, and we run that bit, or DevOps themselves run. We don't have to run. So that will just import or remove all those components that you have. Okay.
Oh, so FYI, the authentication works in the email.
Cool.
For
You mean for the code?
yeah, for the code.
Yeah, that's always worked. That's never been an issue.
Are we, excuse me, are we clear on what needs to occur between now and the end of the day? And who needs to do those things?
So real quick, are we just, because I'm trying to do 3 things at once here. We expect to be able to test all of this, or is there any piece that we're not going to be able to test?
We're not going to be able to close 1, 2, 8, 6, 7.
Okay, got it. And
I told leadership that too.
And that's going to block the same thing that Lori was working, right, Terry?
Yeah, there's
I
cards.
think so.
There's cards in
Because
run.
they're asking me about the same thing, so that's why they were asking me about the same thing.
Yeah, run also has cards that are blocked by the M-scripts issue. Okay. All right. Any other questions, thoughts, concerns? All right. Thanks everybody. Let's close out. Great job the last 2 sprints. I know that the freeze was a lot, so this is the home stretch, and I appreciate everybody's kind of focus on doing that. All right. Thanks everybody.
Thank you.